We saw that you have the Jim Crow law and you're abusing those Negroes over there and black people in America. So we think that's abusive, which it was. And so we're going to go to war with you. So you think you want every country to do that?
This is why we need a republic where several people, there are balanced, what is it called? Imbalances,
they have balance of power.
Something in balances. Checks and balances.
Checks and balances.
Where you don't make decisions like that off the bat.
No,
and again, we're using the imagery of the country being a person. Russia decides this, America decides this. No, you have to have all the.
That's just for shorthand. It's the government decides, however the process is, that in that X country they are abusing the people, in the opinion of the country that's going to go to war, and they invade them. Now, if you want every country in the world to make such a decision, is my question.
Except countries aren't.
But you would like them to. You would like them to decide. We can decide in China, you have been abusing the blacks, so we're going to bomb you right now.
Except most countries, they're not thinking about invading other people. They're thinking about abusing their own people.
Well, some are, some aren't.
The army.
The
armies in most countries are used to abuse their own people, and the police forces are used to abuse their own people. They don't care about the neighbors.
Okay, you think that's what's happening in America?
I think that is what is happening in places like China,
but not in America or Canada or whatever. Okay, right?
Here you can fight back, which is what Republicans are doing.
Right, but so would you answer that question? You would like each country,
I would not. I think
through their process.
Yeah.
To make a determination about other countries where their rights are being violated or not. Is that correct?
No, because you can't have a country.
You just said that.
No, I said a country can't decide or do anything. You're talking about the president, the leader. You're talking about the leader. You're talking about
whatever. I just said whatever process they use for making determination, political decisions in that country. In our country, the Congress has to pass the law if they do it properly, and the president signs it.
Right.
They go to war. Well, should we be making that decision about everybody else, and should everybody else be making that decision, that determination about us?
We were created with a conscience. When I
I just don't. But say yes or no.
Killed,
but just
say, yes, we should have invaded them or bombed them or whatever.
Right. Okay. So you want our country to make that determination, and I assume every other country, and you don't think that there's going to be a proliferation of wars around the world, because guess what? People have difference of opinion about whether the rights are being violated or not, and if they're egregious violations or minor violations or whatever. And so you were talking, wait a second, you were talking just a moment ago about
or starved to death.
Well,
like North Korea.
But
that is definitely.
Yeah.
That is,
you were talking a moment ago about France violating its citizens' rights, right?
What did you say?
France.
France. In what way?
Didn't you say that their citizens couldn't defend themselves and that they?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and so
not
so now
in a
one
major
country. But another country says, well, we think that's a major. Okay, we think that's in a major sense. So we're going to go to war with you. But just so you get this clear, is contrary to the principle of respecting the national sovereignty of each country, because that principle says we are not going to interfere in your country, you don't interfere in ours. You may be abusing your own citizens, but as long as you don't attack us, we're not going to go to war with you. But you don't. So you're against that, right?
Again, nothing has to be automatic.
No, but you're against that. You're against that principle of respecting the national sovereignty of each country.
I don't think. I don't think Kim Jong-un needs to be respected.
Right, I understand.
And if America intervened, they would be joyful. The North Koreans would be joyful.
They may.
In Cuba, they were saying, we wish the Americans would invade this island.
They may be joyful, but that's not the issue. The issue is whether you think that the principle of national sovereignty should prevail,
There's
or
another way of seeing that is the principle
by
of
the
turning
way,
your eyes away.
okay, well, let me ask you another
when-
question. Okay, should United States, because basically we're like a world power, should we be the policeman of the world? So whatever we decide, like North Korea, you're not treating your people well, we're gonna bomb you. Is that what you think?
You ask the governments, they will all say no. You ask the people, who'd say, bring the GIs. We would be so happy to see GIs here.
Right.
Let me
Would
give
the
you. Let me give you
would
one-
the
let me
American
give you one
people,
example.
but would the American people be happy when they had to pay the price in blood and treasure
No.
for these wars?
No. So
Well,
we
so
wouldn't-
why?
we
So
wouldn't do it.
have you read the Constitution of the United States?
I have.
Okay.
But
So
I can't
is it?
quote it
Is
by
it?
heart.
Neither can I.
Okay.
So in the
And the Declaration of Independence.
me too. So is liberating and protecting foreigners, because